On this episode of Mad Ginger Customs, we're going to try to fix my son's car that he wadded up into a guardrail when he hit some black ice. Not the video we want to make, but the video we have to make. So I'm Dave.
I'm Jess.
And we're going to try to fix this busted Pontiac Vibe. Let's go. Alright guys, so my kid hit a guardrail with his daily driver. The car was kind of a pile to begin with. We're not super angry about it. Just as long as he's okay, we're, you know, whatever. It was 16 degrees in this garage when I came out here. It was 11 when I woke up.
Too cold for Jess. Way
too cold for Jess. I mean, it's... Now, we turned on a propane bullet, and we're using the diesel heater, the little diesel jobby, and it's almost 40. Almost 40 up there. The diesel heater is working, but the propane bullet is out of propane. But here's what we're working with. This is a 2003 Pontiac Vibe. This car we only paid 1,800 bucks for from my buddy Frank. It's a good first car for a kid. This was Evan's first car, our son. So he hit the guardrail on this side, right? So, you know, you look at it and you're like, well, it's not too bad. But when you look at the wheel and then you look at that wheel, you're like, yeah, she's pigeon-toed. Hood gap. This side, you can put your finger in it. So when you look at the hinges, they're pushed over. I think this thing kind of had some spring. It pushed, bent them, and then sprung back. The sheet metal we don't care about. The bumper was already put back together one time when we got the car. My son and I used like one of those electric staplers, like those heated staples, and this was all cracked and broken. So that is not a loss. We don't care about this. We're going to try to pull this fender a little bit out. In here, we got bent control arms. We got blown ball joints. The control arm on the bottom is virtually ripped 3/4 of the way through. I don't know if we can fix this car, but we're going to give it our best shot because it runs good, and he needs to go back and forth to college. Well, he did a number on the wheel. Didn't break the bead. We can hammer that back in. This wheel is probably bent. If it's not really bent, it's staying on the car. What do you think?
Trust your judgment. Here's
what we got. I mean, I don't necessarily know that there's any damage in the strut. Nothing looks bent, broken. Usually you're gonna see like a stress fracture. So when you come in here though, in there, the axle is rubbing the frame, the subframe support, the cradle. And then when you come around here, oh, that one is spicy right there. So I kind of poked my head under here earlier on, and I said, well, we clearly need a control arm. I found a kit that gave me 2 control arms, 2 ball joints, 2 outer tie rods. The inner tie rod does not look bent in the least. This thing looks super straight, so there's no deflection in it at all. If the rack's broken, the car's junk and we're getting rid of it. If this thing broke any motor mounts, which it doesn't appear to be, car's junk and we're gonna get rid of it. So the control arms and the tie rods and the ball joints were only like $100, and we bought a jug. not that kind of.
Stop.
Okay, all right. We bought a
that thing got destroyed.
Washer bottle, because that thing was held together with Flex Seal anyway. This piece we don't care about, but I couldn't get it. I tried to find one that matched. I will continue to look. The bumper
MIA at the scene.
Yeah, yes.
I looked for this piece at the scene when I went to get the car with him, and it was nowhere to be found.
All right, guys. So in here, ideally, I'd love to get a socket on this, but I got to pull the axle and everything to do that, and I don't think it's necessary to do that. So I think we're going to take the Jaegers and we're going to try out that lifetime warranty and just beat them. No, it came loose. The tools are cold. That's the problem. You guys ever work with tools that are too cold and you're like, man, it's not the weather, it's the tools being cold. You can't tell what's going on here, whether this is coming off or not. Okay. Now, normally, guys, what you can do is you can hit the spindle and it'll drop the ball joint out. This backing plate has to come off. This must make noise. It's all rotted. the nut came off and went flying. That's a bonus.
This?
Jess is playing tool wench today.
This?
Fabulous find, my dear. She does such a good job. She loves being out here when it's freezing.
The temperature's gone down.
Oh shit, it has. Look, it's getting colder. That's because the bullet's not running.
Yeah.
And I think this one came loose for me because I gave it a wiggle earlier to find the right socket. Can you go in the box top drawer and find me a half-inch ratchet? Big ratchet. We need to get this bolt up here that holds this whole setup right here. There is a bolt from underneath. What is the chance that that's going to move? Probably slim to none. So I think we're going to have to work the nut on the inside. Welcome to hell. This thing is pretty stuck. So we're going cheater bar. I got it to budge a little bit. I'm hoping I can just unscrew it out of there. I got wrenches on the top kind of jammed in to hold it into the cradle. So I'm hoping I can get this to come out. I don't know if I just stripped it or broke it, but honestly, guys, it doesn't matter because the car will be junked. You know, it hurts worse when you bang your fingers when they're cold. I think we got it. You can't give up on stuff like this, guys. Just use more leverage.
Yep, I saw that happen.
Thanks for notifying me, sweetheart.
A little late.
It fell in my eye! Oh, look at that. You want to check out my nuts?
Yeah, that's not funny.
No thanks.
Okay. Alright. Hey, look, I asked. I'm trying to be polite. I got this one down. I just got to get it threaded out, so we got to put more ratchet action on that. And then we got to break it out of here. And then we will roll the dice and see if what's in that box over there that Jess is going to bring. Pick it up, Diesel. Jess is actually really, really strong. Now, this is our box. Hopefully the parts are remotely right. We're gonna put you guys somewhere where you will be heavily damaged if I slip and miss. Like maybe there, or over here. And we'll see if we can't pry this hog out. Not sure how we're gonna, what we're gonna pry against, or... Yeah, right. Well, I don't see that actually happening. Feels loose in there.
Think so?
Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
Yep, cut myself on this. Yeah, that's a good one. We got body damage, boys. We did a little in the palm, you know? In this area here. Yeah. I hate wearing gloves, but that was pretty deep and it's all cinched up inside here, so that's the route we're going there, boys. It moves in the back. So now all you gotta do is get it to come out of the front. Oh yeah, she's going. She's going. Yes! Yes! Come on now. Play nice for me. Honey, talk sweet to it.
Yeah.
Talk sweet to it. Alright. I think once we get out of here, I think we can just beat it out like forward. Well, we could get a piece of rope or something.
What? Why can't I just hold it?
Because you'll be in my way. We could get a piece of rope and then I could hang myself with it, because this is not going to work.
Oh!
You're not helping with your screaming.
Sorry.
It's like watching hockey with you.
Ah!
Hey! All right.
I was gonna suggest I pull while you hold that, but.
All right, so here's what he did. That's fairly rough. The bushings actually weren't that bad. Usually the bushings are all clapped out. Which one you got?
I don't know. Where is
Does it match? Take it out of the plastic.
got mittens on.
Please, can you help me at all? Like, can you help me?
My
please?
hands won't work if they're cold.
It's not cold in here. It's
Yes,
like
it is.
down to 30 degrees.
Okay, was this the right one?
Is it the right one?
Yes.
Are you sure? Okay, so if this was on the other side, it would be the right one. You have failed the left-right challenge.
Oh my god.
Try again, please, Mama. Quickly, quickly! People of the internet do not want to wait. Quickly!
My hands won't work. They won't work.
What are they? Cut and bleeding. All right, we're going with it. We're going with it. So we got to get the hardware.
Ow.
Watch your feet. We got to get the hardware out of here so we can put the new ball joint in. So we're going to blast these things out, reassemble this. We're going to come back to you guys. These you got to use the correct torque on. So don't just, don't just. Torquing, 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 torqued. Torque spec is too tight's broke. So now we have this. So we're gonna try to get this thing slid back in there. We don't have to spit on it to get it in there. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh my God.
These parts are from China. Sometimes I just miss the way he said China.
Say that.
I'm gonna insert that here.
Let's say China. China. China.
All right, so grease fittings in. This all looks correct. Now, looking at this, where the spindle was like banging a left, that looks much better, doesn't it? Right? Now, if my son can keep this thing out of the guardrail, we're gonna be good. Now, preemptively, this kit was cheaper to buy with both of these control arms, each side, a ball joint and an outer tie rod. This tie rod, nothing wrong with it, it's nice and tight. If it was a sloppy mess, we would just replace it. But the honest answer is, how much longer is this car gonna go, right? So we're gonna try to get this thing stabbed back in, tighten it back down, hammer that wheel back out, the lip on that wheel, just show them that lip. That thing's kind of hammered. Well, guys, here's what we did. We attached a rope to the caliper, and then we had Jess go pull it from the front of the car so I could keep it out of the way. We got that in. You have to put it on an angle to slide it in, and then you have to kind of cock it back. I just have to get it a little bit further so I can get this in the pocket. And then I think I can line up this ball joint. Pay no attention to the scratches, or I beat that in unmercifully. Jess did a great job. She was pulling on this. How'd you do?
Good, but my hand hurt.
You don't tell them that you hurt. You never tell them that you hurt yourself.
Okay, it went wonderfully.
It went wonderfully. Anyway, we're gonna beat that thing a little back further, and we'll try to get the ball joint in.
Is that what mechanics do when they work on your car?
Do people really want to know that? Of course mechanics beat on your car. They don't give a shit about your car.
Kind of scary.
I don't care about this car.
Yes, you do. He's going to drive it.
Oh. I think we gotta go back way further. So now we're gonna try to align it with some, with like an awl or something. Something that's tapered.
A who?
An awl.
It's an awl.
Like a scribe. An awl. A punch.
How do you spell that?
A-W-L. Are you kidding? Stay put. You'll trip and fall. Like a center punch, you know, or something. See how it's tapered.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you go bigger up, and then you can kind of, you know, pry, you know?
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Sure. I just never heard the name of it.
In your mechanic brain?
It's added to my vocabulary.
Added to your mechanic brain. All right, now I'm gonna climb under here, you know, because I'm comfortable. And we're gonna try to use these things to pry this thing into place. Well then.
You're caught up in the curtain. Hold on.
Caught up in the curtain. Caught up in the curtain. All that's important is the kid can get to school. No one cares about me or you. Well, they care about you, but they don't care about me. Oh, she's close. She's close. Hey,
Yes.
you.
Yes.
Can you pump it? Pump me. Slow. Pump me slow. Wait, easy. Easy. Why are you so aggressive? You're so aggressive. All right, can we see what we're doing here? We can. So we're gonna try to get this in here. This shield is destroyed. We're gonna cut this off. But I gotta get this up in there. So go ahead and pump it. Yep, keep going. Stop, right there. Please hold. Hold!
Holding.
Hold! Where's the nut for my... Where the hell is the nut for this? Oh, there it is. I need the castle nut. I think my hand is bleeding again. We're gonna just put this on snug so I can try to line everything else up. Now let your side down. Go ahead. Can you unscrew? Yeah, with your mittens on, really.
Wait, am I going the wrong way?
Yeah, no, you're going the right way. Take your mittens off like an adult.
It's cold. I can't go anymore.
Unscrew it. Unscrew it. Like a man. Unscrew the thing. There you go. Big girl pants on. Well done.
More?
No, you're good. You're good. I don't want to stress you out. Wow, that was difficult for you. You are something else.
Hands.
My
Work.
hands are cold. That's perfect right there.
Let's be honest, if I wasn't out here, this would have been double the time.
Let's be honest. If you weren't out here distracting me, I would already be done.
No, wrong.
Okay, I would not be done. Significant amount of screaming and yelling. We got everything started. Just does not like the abuse the parts take when you have to adjust them in, you know? Anyway, I got this one last bolt to tighten, and then we're gonna tighten the spindle nut, and we're gonna grease the ball joint, and then we'll try to put the tire back on and see, like, does things look like relatively straight? Because it was super pigeon-toed, like really bad. So hopefully it looks straighter to me. I mean, it's moving everything in the right direction, and you guys saw that thing. And then we'll try to straighten out this bumper and this piece of sheet metal, and maybe he can drive this piece of crap. All right, straightened out enough to at least get a hubcap on it. It's not sealing there anyway, sealing on the inside of that. So not too concerned about it. It's still holding there. I think we're okay. All right, we're back. This is Evan. Hello. He's the offending party.
Yeah.
He is
A reckless driver.
a reckless driver. You're not a reckless driver.
A danger to everyone on the road.
Yes.
Swerving into lanes, just sliding across, being a complete nuisance.
Evan ended up slightly altering the original design of this. Now, this is not a complete loss because when we bought this car, this thing leaked along the seam. And what did we do? Leaked here.
We just threw some Flex Seal on it and thought it'd be good. It was not good. It just kept leaking.
Yeah, man, you mangled that. I don't even know how we're gonna get that out. Let me show the people of the interwebs. This mount is supposed to be over here. You know, this slightly damaged area. So maybe we can grab it with some vice grips and tap it out with the hammer. Yeah, you just gotta, give her, you know? You don't need straight sheet metal in a car. That's a fallacy. Wow. think this thing's supposed to face this way and it's supposed to be, oh, it's supposed to be right here. We may never get that one back on. Haven't you mangled that?
Okay.
The anchor's still good. That's what's left of your mount. It's funny, huh? You know why it's funny? Because you don't gotta pay for it. That's why it's funny. This is your fog lights that you broke off. It's actually the bulbs in it. That went right there into the bumper. So we got a new one of these coming, but we're gonna have to save that. We're not doing a video on that nonsense because no one wants to see that. So now we need to try to get this bent out.
Oh,
That was a mistake.
Allegedly.
That was not good. So we're going to adapt and overcome. We're going to straighten this out the best we can with the limited skills we have available. Well, we're pulling it. Yeah, we're moving it out. Come here, son. So we pull this down and look at that. Lines right up. Dead new. Here, take that. So all we're gonna do is gonna get a washer and we're gonna bolt this back together here. And then we'll have to just kind of square this up. All right, guys, so this is something we got on Amazon a long time ago when Evan first got this car. So it was like a year ago, right? Year and a half ago?
About a year ago.
All right, so basically all that this thing is like a soldering iron type of thing. And you put these different shaped staples and you melt it into the plastic. And it did work really good. Way better than we thought. I don't know if we're going to be able to put this back together because this is pretty messed up. But
It actually broke right along the seam where we had them.
yeah.
So,
we're
don't
gonna,
crash with it.
We're going to clip all that out. So what did you say?
So don't crash with it.
Okay, don't. Who are you talking to? Here. Ladies love sweet Pontiacs. All right, so basically this piece goes in there. And then this piece kind of goes over like this. Like that. So we're going to try to staple it, but we're going to try to staple it from the inside because we're fancy and we're special. All right, we got kind of one in it to hold it. So you don't want to bury these in here because then they're hard to get back out. So you just want it so they're touching. Probably should have went the other way with it, but so basically we're going to go up here with it. And you get it in, you give it a little bit of a twist, and then you got to wait for it to cool off. If you don't wait for it to cool off, you'll just pull it right back out. So once it's cool, you pull it. And then you just kind of keep stitching it. And now, it's not going to look pretty, but you can finish it. You know, if you put a plastic filler over the top of it on the other side or something, you definitely could pretty it up and smooth it out, but it's going to melt. And you're gonna give it a little twist, and then you're gonna shut it down. Shut it down! And you're gonna let it cool. You can blow on it like a birthday cake, birthday candle. Evan, it's your birthday. You get a shitbox car with a busted front end.
This is my birthday present?
This is your birthday present, yeah.
Well, at least I can drive.
Yeah. Like that. Like that. That's gonna be hard to do with one hand.
Oh, yeah, my strip on it?
Yeah, maybe. Good call, Evan. Good call. Oh yeah, I can do that. And I can just clamp it down.
See, I know things.
Yeah. You've actually paid attention once or twice when I speak to you. It's wonderful. And then we're going to take this and we're going to get right in here. So we're going to do this to the arrowhead. And we're going to do this. We're going to heat it and going to go right into it. And then we're going to turn it and then we're going to wait. And we're going to wait and we're going to wait. Don't pull this thing out until it's cool. If you do, you will remove the whole thing. Now, technically, if we release this, see how it stays right there? We'll put a couple more here. And that's going to be how we hold that part in without the actual clip, because this is just being hacked together because Evan doesn't care. I'll put a link in the description for it. I think I got it on Amazon, so if you want something like this, I don't even remember what it costs, but I'll put the link in the description above or below. I think it's below, yeah. And then if you guys want it, you can grab it. Well, it's not great, but it's all in one piece. Let's go take it for a test drive. All right. Maiden voyage, I'm gonna drive because, you know, I don't want Evan to drive it, and if it's not, you know, going straight. You ready?
No.
I see you still got a check engine light. Is that because you have a bad oxygen sensor?
Likely. That's what I thought last time.
Yeah. We're not fixing that. We're not fixing nothing.
I mean, it could be a different reason now.
Okay, so the alignment's off, obviously, and we'll probably have to get it aligned.
What does that mean for me?
Meaning
Is
that
it gonna veer?
maybe. Let me see what your tires do. Quickly. You see how like this isn't straight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have to drive it at an angle?
Yeah.
Great.
Like everything else we own. That's gonna do it for this episode of Mad Ginger Customs. It's just starting to snow now, so Evan's gonna head back out on the road to destroy the car yet again. But is this the perfect way to fix this car? No. Does it get him back on the road safely? Yeah, we drove it. We took it for a rip. It brakes fine, it steers fine, it goes down the road straight, it doesn't vibrate. I do feel it's safe cosmetically. It is a train wreck, but it really wasn't like mint before. The bumper was all scuffed up. We bought it from a buddy who bought it from an old lady, and she hit everything but the lottery with it. So do the normal stuff, like and subscribe. We appreciate that. Hit us in the comments, you know, if you guys want to see more videos like this. I know it's kind of funny, but also if you want that plastic welder stapler thing, that'll be in the description for the Amazon link, so you guys can go check that out. If you like the content, there's a buy us a coffee link, so you can support the channel that way. And just remember, guys, you know, sometimes it looks way worse than it is, and if we can do this, you can do this. Thanks for watching.